Just getting into it.
It's been an exciting week, rekindling with people in state, out of the country. It's a pretty big draw. What were some of the best events somebody went to? Yell them out. Capital Summit. Okay.
1MC.
1MC. Yes.
Let's go.
Welcome to 1 Million Cops. Smaller group today, but that keeps it intimate, keeps it tight. I want to play the mic. For how many people is this their first time? Woo!
Woo!
Welcome and thank you for coming. How many people celebrated a birthday yesterday?
Campering.
Hey! Our fabulous host had a birthday. It's anniversary of her 29th.
Nice.
Yay.
Welcome. Would you come up and tell us a little bit about where we are? It's an amazing space, right?
Yes.
Let's hear it for Frank and the Tech Collective.
Hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy 1 Million Cups. My name is Cam Frank. I am the founder and CEO of the Set Collective, which we are here now. Set stands for Styling Entertainment Talent. I'm a wardrobe stylist for musicians, and I envisioned a space where I could bring my clients and they could get everything done under one roof. So we've got 4 creative studios along that side of the building, a photography studio, recording studio, newly launched podcast studio, and then a green room glam studio. I'm a big fan of branding, but we are inside the stage area, and so you can see these doors close off if you guys are interested in hosting your own workshops, whatever have you. We've got events. Next weekend is Lollapalooza weekend, so in that we support emerging artists. We've got a pop-up market with vendors, food, beverage, and a DJ showcase. So it's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and would love if you guys wanted to come. It is free. It is Friday and Saturday, August 1st and 2nd. And then there's a bunch of little flyers over there, but great to have you guys back here, and I hope you enjoy today's event. Thank you.
All right, we're about to kick it off. But first, let me tell you what you're in store for. 1 Million Cops puts on two 6-minute presentations every week. There are about 108 different locations around the country, and over the last 15 years or so, they've done about 25,000 presentations. And they're great because they're not a pitch, they're not a sell, nobody's trying to get you to buy anything. It's telling us your story, what you're working on, what inspires you about it, and maybe where you're stuck. And it's our job as an audience to see if we can help getting them unstuck. One of the greatest mantras about 1 Million Cups is the question that we ask at the end of every presentation: what can we as a community do for you? And those words are so powerful because if you think about, well, what can we do for you, it gives us an opportunity to figure out how we can help. So people are going to present, it's nervous enough, so let's give them a lot of support, and then we'll tell you, here's some of the things that I could use some audience feedback on. And then it's an open forum, it's pretty casual, it's a nice little kind of energy boost in the middle of the week, though in a very high energy week, hopefully we've already brought the energy, but still, we're going to have a good time, we'll have the 2 presenters come up. In the meantime, 1 Million Cups is a national organization. They're a nonprofit. We're just 10 community volunteers. We're sponsored by our coffee providers. We're sponsored by our location providers, and they try to get grant funding and public support. But they use the registration counts and the number of people that attended. So please take out your smartphones, scan the QR code. If you haven't already registered, did we put up a registration sign when they walked in?
I think this might be the only one.
Okay, then please register it. They're not going to hound you. They might ask you to set up an account, but there's no newsletter. Just, maybe there is no newsletter. I have no idea. They're not going to sell you anything. That much I can promise. So please let us know you came so we can keep doing this. And then let's call up our first presenter. Is you, Rose?
It's me.
Can we get a standing ovation for Rose? Thanks a lot for presenting. I will see you at the registration. And you will have 6 glorious minutes. I'm just going to give you this. And remember, it goes that way. And give me a second to hold around here, cue up the presentation, and get her going.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
1, 2, 1, 2. Oh wait, this is not karaoke.
Karaoke.
Sorry.
Okay, it's on here. So let's do. All right, look at us.
Yay. Rose Arendarsic. I'm the founder of Gifties, and I'm so pleased to be a part of this 1MC community and share my story today. These are my people, my friends, family, loved ones, colleagues, and they're the reason that I'm here today. They are my why. They are my inspiration for Gifties. I am a single working mom. I have a real struggle with juggling all the things. I've got a long to-do list, a busy schedule, lots of things competing for my attention and priority. And one thing that I've continually struggled with is keeping up with personal gift giving. And it's something that I really want to change. I know I can do better. Now, in my professional career, I've got 25 years of experience in consulting and executive leadership, most recently as the head of transformation for the largest distributor in the promotional products industry. That's corporate gifting. I've led multi-million-dollar portfolios and teams, and I've delivered hundreds of projects, strategic initiatives, technology implementations, front and back office solutions, product launches, everything in between. And nothing is more meaningful, impactful, or personal than the journey I'm on right now. Gift giving is one of the most important ways that we can demonstrate appreciation, gratitude, and how we feel about others. Yet, thoughtful gift giving is really a challenge. I have a joke, I say, I'm thoughtful. I think about it. It's not the Outlook reminder that I need. Well, think about it. I'm thoughtful, I think about it. It's not the Outlook reminder that trips me up. What trips me up is figuring out what to gift and getting it there in time. And I would ask of you all, how many people have had an issue with figuring out what to get someone? Right. And how many of you have ever forgotten a special occasion or a birthday for someone you care about?
None of us.
It sucks,
Not
right?
everybody.
It sucks. It does not feel good. The more people I talk to, the more research I do. I've done a market research survey. I realize I'm not alone. We're not alone. 80% of gift givers experience uncertainty. That struggle is real. It's called gift stress, gift anxiety, and I'm on a mission to solve it. Enter Gifties. Gifties is your personal gift-giving assistant. It is the personal assistant that I really wish I had. Tell Gifties about the person that you're gifting for and what makes them special, who they are, and what makes your relationship special, and Gifties will provide personalized gift ideas in seconds. Now, my dad, I know, is different from your dad, and my relationship with my dad is different from your relationship with your dad. Those Father's Day gift guides, as an example, would tell me that I should give my dad grill equipment, right? A wallet, maybe whiskey stones, and those don't hit the mark with my dad, and I bet that they don't with yours either. So Gifties is really focused on capturing the essence of what makes your people special and your relationship with them. It's more than just ideas and reminders though. Gifties is values-based. Gifties lets you shop your values in the ways that are meaningful for you, communities that you support. Maybe you want to gift experiences only. Maybe you want to support female founders. Ooh. Yeah. Gifties is feedback driven. Gifties lets you capture and pin ideas that are hitting it with you. Like, I want to save these ideas for my dad. It shows you more of what you like and less of what you don't. It's also voice assisted. I'm talking to my dad on the way down here today. He says, hey Rose, my laptop's acting up. I get off, I'm driving, I say, hey Gifties, capture a gift note for my dad, he needs a new laptop. And I move on with my day. Gifties got it. 1000% powered by AI and data. Gifties is more than just a one-time gift search or set of recommendations. Gifties really remembers, learns, and it gets better every single time, just like a great personal assistant should. Gifting is about more than just things, okay? We believe that it's about the human connection, especially in today's day and age. We believe that gifting is about feeling valued, showing others what they mean to us,
showing up and strengthening the relationships that we have with our people. That's what thoughtful giving is all about. We are developing our MVP for Q4 launch, so stay tuned for launch party details. We are building our community. This is a community. We're building community and sharing our story. We are also fundraising. If any of this has resonated with you, join our mission. We have a wait list. You can follow us on Instagram. Connect with me. And guess what? If you connect with me and we go for coffee, I'll buy. My ask for the 1MC community is feedback, please. The number one problem that I'm looking to solve right now is figuring out what to give. So I would love to hear your perspective, your feedback, and your challenges with figuring out that perfect gift for the people you care about. Thank you so much.
Yes, let's stay up here. So what have you done so far to solicit feedback about the game?
I have a multitude of one-on-one conversations, and I also have a survey. It's at the link where the wait list is on our website.
This is a
So I have a
live stream,
survey
but
that I've
on the
done,
office
as well as my own research on the
there
internet.
are.
How many people have gone through this survey?
They're just taking photos of
Less than 100 million.
There's
Okay.
a couple of
So
So,
still
yeah,
stuff
it's
for the general
open,
audience,
it's
but,
really exploring the pain of gift giving and what your experiences are. There are a lot of other, not a lot, but it's probably 10, 12 questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, more robust feedback to that is welcome. But number one and number two, and this comes through in research and articles and so forth, is figuring out what to gift and getting it there in time. And those are exactly my two challenges, and it's easy to figure out why.
Amazing. Thoughts, questions, feedback? Yeah.
So I'm curious, do you have a particular like ideal customer, or are you going for solutions-based, which is just gift giving?
Yeah. The question is, do we have a specific target audience? Right now, my target audience is working moms. There is a lot of relevance to other, other demographics for sure. My target though is working mom right now.
Yeah, could you just walk us through like how somebody would use it, like once you buy it, does it ship to the person? Because like, we have buy stuff for people, I just see that it just sits on.
Yeah, so the question is, walk us through how it works. Right now, MVP will be focused on getting you through the gift recommendation idea, and then you can pin that idea or you can discard it. So that's the first problem that we're looking to solve. The vision is that we will connect you with products, so partnerships with retailers, to let you get through that last mile. The cherry on top, like my icing is, I will be piloting as a part of the roadmap the ability for us to hand wrap personalized message and deliver to doorstep to really elevate the experience. So that's kind of last mile, but focus right now is on the core product and getting great recommendations to our people.
Yeah.
Would it be a website and an app, just a website, just an app, or what does that look like?
Yes, the MVP is going to be website and it'll be mobile enabled. The vision is we will have a downloadable app as well. First version is going to be web with mobile and internet.
And I have a follow-up question too, just because I am like new to AI too, and I use ChatGPT all the time. How would this compare to something like ChatGPT, where you could just be like, all right, my dad and I's relationship looks like X, Y, and Z, or kind of like we were talking about. How would it compare or give you better results?
Yes, well, Gifties is build it, so we leverage AI integration, right? So ChatGPT, as an example, is where we'll call and get suggestions from AI. It's in the richness of what's provided and the storage of that, so that over time, you don't, right now I go to ChatGPT, it's a one-time instance, right? And I can go back and ask again, but the beauty here is that it's gonna learn and save that data and understand your preferences over time, so it's gonna get better each and every time. And ChatGPT solves for you. ChatGPT solves for you. We're leveraging the power of this solution to really benefit all.
I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, well,
Beautiful job, Rose.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course. So well spoken. I love this. What comes from you, and you may already do this, but your target is working moms. Not everyone resonates with gifts, right? It's different. One of the really love languages is gifts. And so I'm wondering if you can also use the angles of what are the challenges of working moms, not having enough time, not having time to cultivate their relationships, the power of relationships and
that. So the feedback is to target to working moms and really hit on some of the pain points and challenges that working moms experience and emphasize the value prop from Gifties for that.
Yes, because not saying that it's not for everyone, but I'm saying for using it as the angle of you don't know what to get. It seems so limited.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's great feedback. Thank you so much. Yes, in the back. White shirt? Yeah, you.
Hi, how are you? So the ChatGPT question, I was gonna ask that, so I'm glad she asked it. Because I have a follow-up to that. I think one way that you can maybe differentiate this from ChatGPT is to have a social networking component. So kind of like how on Venmo, you can see what other people are. I don't really stupid look, but.
Maybe. On occasion.
Yeah, right. But it's like, oh, Jessica just paid for movie tickets. So it's like, okay, what if with Gifties I can see, oh, Alex just bought, a mutual friend a new pair of sneakers. Okay, I'm not going to buy that person a pair of sneakers if we're going to the same event, right? So like just to kind of, that's different from ChatGPT because it's more communal and more kind of, there's that kind of social component. So that might be a way to differentiate.
Yes, I do envision social and community, and we've exactly talked about that exact Venmo activity history.
Oh, perfect.
Without clarity on what the heck, maybe there's a FOMO there that you get when you see other people using it. Great point.
Couple more.
Guys in the front.
Yep.
Great presentation, great idea. I just have a quick question regarding the recommendations. So a good recommendation system in the past, and it always had a cold start problem and there's no customers.
Yes, cold start problem, yes.
It's hard to build like personal recommendation. I've thought about like something like that and have people going up.
Yes, I mean, it takes, it's one by one, honestly. I think there is a tipping point at some point, so when you talk about cold start, that really gets that kind of engine and the momentum going. And that's where community and sharing the story with more people to get the word out there is really gonna help. Yes, Josh?
Yeah, so I always feel like my mom is always trying to get me gifts, but she's kind of given up because she is nervous that I won't like them. And I'm kind of curious, like, how do you like mitigate that or like kind of alleviate that a bit? Partially because I think a lot of times what she thinks I like might have been something I was interested in like 5 or 10 years ago. I'm kind of curious, what would be a good way to kind of like help with that? Is it maybe an integration of some sort or some kind of, if you have a chat with your dad, maybe you can record that. I know that's weird, but like, if there's a way to kind of infer from conversations or real-time chats or something, what they might be interested in.
Yeah, I mean, I think like with voice assistant, being able to capture notes in real time, thoughts in real time, gift ideas in real time, yes, absolutely. The other thing that we talked about is there potential for like the recipient themselves to fill out what it is that they might be interested in. So that way, instead of you going through the effort and putting what you think, they might actually have a hand in that. So we've got ideas around that, and I love the feedback. Thank you. Last one? Okay, last one.
It's all you.
Oh yeah, I was just curious in regards to his question. Have you guys considered something like, a wish list, not a wish list kind of situation, whereas, so they know a gift is being prepared for them, but they don't know what that gift is. But they do know whatever gift it will be something that they would like. So is it something you've looked into or?
Not specifically, I think it's something we can explore. We have talked about, I would see that if they do have a wish list on like a giftful or something, that you could integrate with that, if you want to integrate with that as well as social media, to understand it and input other data to know if there's something out there, but not that specifically, so I'd welcome a conversation we can talk further.
I sent a LinkedIn connection.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's like a Pinterest for gifts.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah. Pinterest.
Integrate with Pinterest, shut it down, you have gift profiles in.
There you
Great.
I had to say it.
No, I love it. Thank you, Rose.
Gift profiles.
Has anybody here read Rob Fitzpatrick's The Mom Test? The Mom Test. Rob Fitzpatrick. Yes. Rose, The Mom Test is the definitive startup book for getting customer feedback.
The what?
The Mom Test.
Oh, the mom test. Yes.
It actually, I don't know. Moms probably don't like it because I think in the prologue it says stop asking mom for feedback because she loves you and she's going to try to be encouraging. And that's not what you want or what you need if you're a startup. And it's a fantastic book for all startups, for anybody who's a founder and is using customer discovery as part of their research and their kind of qualitative process. It is the definitive work on customer discovery. And like bar none, I don't think there's anything better. And the things that you read and remind yourself of the mistakes you're making is, aw, I did ask my mom. But I would definitely check it out. There are enough blogs out there that will give you a synopsis. There's Blinkist. I mean, I read the book. I think it's worth it. But for people who are in a hurry and they're starting and they're building and they're juggling too many things on their plate, you guys can find bullet points and the kind of the key insights from that book. You need feedback, that is the place to go, and it will give you real actionable advice on what to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done today. All right, we got one more presentation, but before we bring up Jacob, I wanted to ask any events that anybody wants to share, free events, exciting things, tech week goings on, or anything after that. Go ahead.
There is a conference at the Softwell Hotel this weekend. It's a Biohackers Conference. I'm speaking on Sunday, but there's a bunch of different product innovators there and just really cool, cutting edge wellness technology if you're into biohacking, wellness, really cool. So, biohackersworld.com is the website. You can also, we can connect afterwards and I can give you the info or discount.
Will Brian Johnson be there?
What else? Anybody?
Good morning, everybody. I know that it's a jam-packed schedule, but I wanted to promote, I'm helping a wellness brand, woman founded out of New York City called Elevated Wellness, launch their PMS gel supplement. So we're creating a moment of zen for women to come in. It's in Goose Island. It's at We the People, so you get skyline views. I'm actually going to give you all a free pass, so I'm going to airdrop it, and if you're interested, I'll give you a code. Yes, like I said, I know that there's a lot going on.
Advantage now.
Turn on your airdrop.
When is it?
It's tonight at 6:30. So that's what I'm saying. They're part of the-
Ready to roll?
If you haven't had enough of Tech Week already, you can come and walk with 132 of your closest friends on Friday at 10 a.m. We're having a tech walk that is leaving from the Chicago Women's Park on 18th and Indiana and going to Grant Park. So you can sign up on Luma or come talk to me.
This Friday will be a unique tech walk because the head count will match the temperature. Awesome. Any more events? Okay, before I bring up Ben and bring a presentation, I just wanted to put up the QR codes. Oh, one more event. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay, so yeah, I'm having like a event tonight. It's about neurodivergent inclusion within tech.
Everybody hear that? Neurodivergent inclusion in tech. Cool. Love it.
Oh, it's virtual online.
It's virtual.
Excellent.
Okay.
Maybe afterward. What was your name?
Fire.
Faya. Maybe afterwards you can connect with Faya and figure out how to get connected to it. I think it's great. Awesome. I'm going to pull up your presentation, but can we give a standing ovation for Ben, our next presenter? Okay. You made it. We get up stage.
Thank you, Stuart. So, before I get started, I just want to say how grateful I am to be at 1 Million Cups here today. I started going to 1 Million Cups events in 2016 back in Fargo, North Dakota. So to be in Chicago today, presenting on my own business, is really something special to me. So thank you to the 1 Million Cup Chicago crew for having me here today. Yes. Now my question to all of you. Who here has ever been frustrated working with other people?
Never!
Yes, I can see. You're not alone in that. This is something that we speak about in our circles and online. This is something that we're all sharing in the experience, At the same time, we all feel alone and not knowing what to do about it. Because who here has ever actually had instruction about how to go about those frustrations in productive and meaningful ways? Not seeing a lot of hands in the air. Well, we're here to fix that. My name is Ben Jagum, and along with my wife, Brianna Drevlo Jagum, we are the founders of Soul Like Fire, where it's our mission to equip professionals with the interpersonal skills to create meaningful impact in their relationships at work, at home, and in their communities. So at Soul Like Fire, we like to say we are in the self-development business. So I'm going to share a little bit more about how we got here, what we're doing, and where you all can help. So how did we all get here? Well, it started in our education system, right? Everything was very individual focused. All the work, all of our achievements were pretty much done on our own. We didn't really have to cooperate with anyone else, or if we did, it was on a rare occasion. All the way into our working experience, the focus is on the technical aspects, not the soft skills. So is it really any wonder why we have a lot of interpersonal frustration in the workplace? We just never developed those skills. I was in the same position. I got my master's in international affairs studying diplomacy. I worked with the U.S. State Department in China, working in business in the States and serving as a nonprofit leader. I had valuable experience. I was developing those skills, but without the instruction, there's a lot of trial by fire and a lot of frustration. It was actually through working and volunteering at leadership camps as a facilitator and curriculum designer that I really got the right instruction that I brought back into my personal and professional relationships to have meaningful impact. And the more I was thinking about it, the more I saw it's not just high school kids that would benefit from this, but working professionals as well. And it was around the same time that I met the most incredible person I know, Brianna. And she had her own unique experiences coming from a musical background where she was a performer and instructor all the way to the collegiate level. She was a brand ambassador for a women's scholarship program, and then went on to work at a Fortune 100 company as a sales rep, a sales trainer, and sales training manager. So she was enhancing her own skills, teaching others how to do the same, yet at the same time, she was working through a lot of interpersonal dysfunction that we find in corporate environments. And going through training programs that just weren't adequate to meet the needs of the employees and help them develop their own skills. So when discussing this, we said, there's a different way to approach this. And we're the ones that do it, and we want to, together. Because when we look out there, we see the costs of this. We see it from a leadership standpoint. The turnover, loss of production, and their own stress and frustration working on these issues instead of focusing on other aspects of their business. And then from an employee standpoint, all that stress and frustration leading to burnout, job changes, and just not having energy at the end of the day to meaningfully engage with their family, friends, and their own life. What is the cost of that? So what are we doing about it? With interpersonal dynamics training, we programmed a whole series of workshops that work to build on those skills over time, focusing on emotional intelligence, communication, and influence. Now I know these are three big ideas that encompass a lot. But what we do is we break those down and how they all integrate into our everyday interactions and relationships that end up defining our work experience. We focus on those underlying skills to provide the knowledge, the instruction, and the training to do and work through and develop those skills, because interpersonal skills are full body skills. They need to be practiced with other people before bringing them back into the workplace in order to develop them. So through our training programs, we turn those soft skills and we refine them into power skills. And that's when things really get heated up. Because when you aren't focusing all your energy on just managing the stress of your everyday life, you can rechannel that into creativity and innovation for the business and for yourself. And that's where the magic happens. Because one of the best feedbacks we get from everybody, or not from everybody, but one of the best feedbacks we get is when people say that this not only improved our workplace experience, but this helped my relationship at home with my wife. This helped me with my relationship with my kids. It's making an impact. And that's what we're about at Soul Like Fire. This isn't just about reducing the negatives and problems of today, but how to train people in order to take on the challenges, the skills, and ability of tomorrow. So that way they can burn bright, not out. Brianna and I have over 2 decades of experience. We're still just getting our own business off the ground, and we could really use some help. Obviously, we're looking to connect with businesses, organizations, and nonprofits that would benefit from our training programs. But we're just looking to get the message out about what we're doing and some of the ideas behind our business. So we're looking for connections with podcasters. We're looking for local associations, or even conferences that you've been to that align with our message. So we're looking for those kind of connections, and then you can follow us online, our social media. We're going to be hosting open workshops throughout the Chicago area. So if you want to attend, sign up for our newsletter. We're going to be announcing those throughout the year. Bring some friends along, because these workshops are much better when you're working and building relationships through them. And lastly, we want to hear from you today. What's been your experiences? What skills would you like to see developed? What are some new ideas that we can take back and build out our workshops with?
So tell us a little bit about how you're connecting with people today. Like what efforts you're already making, and then we'll kind of try to feedback on that.
Yeah, so it's a lot of social networking, and then a lot of in-person networking around the Chicago area. So I'm going to chambers, I'm going to different networking events. There's something about us, we can do large group facilitation. So I'll go to these places, I'll tell them about our business, and then I'll go ahead and do a communication workshop right there with them. So that way they not only get new skills that they can take away into other networking events, they're gonna build relationships with that. They're gonna experience what it's like to go through our workshops and decide if that's worth it to them to bring back into their own businesses and organizations. Yes.
So when you work with your clients, is it usually on a contract basis? Do you have like a 13-week program, or how does that work?
Yeah, so usually we say minimum three workshops, 3 training workshops, because we like to compare it to teaching someone how to play the piano. We could be the greatest piano instructors in the world, but if we just came in for a 1-day workshop, is anyone here ready to perform the piano in front of an audience? Isn't that how we approach these kind of skill developments in a regular life? Like, we just think a 1-day workshop will do it where all you're doing is listen to someone else talk about it and not experience it yourself. We say minimum 3, it's better 5, and then after that they get an idea of like what we're teaching and how we're going about it, and we kind of go through the whole process, and then they can decide to bring us back to do additional workshops, and like they'll tell us like what skills they want to keep focusing on and like get better at. We can also do specialized workshops for their sales force, for their leadership, for customer experience. Like, we can then focus in after everybody's kind of gone through the general program, we can specialize with them throughout that. So, yes, in the back.
I have 2 questions. One, tell me about the name.
Yeah.
And then the second question is, well, maybe it's more of a feedback. Interpersonal dynamics in today's world, you may want to consider how, like, multi-generational impact, like people, I just had a conversation with a friend the other day, and her daughter's new boyfriend, she thinks may have some sensory issues, so she was like, I don't know if I should give him a hug, or do I shake his hand, or how do I, so I think there's something there that you may want to explore, and how to, help people in those ways.
Yeah, so that's a great point. So I'll answer your second question first. So that's something we get asked a lot, like, oh, this generation really needs it, or that generation really needs it. And I say, we're talking about generations like we're different species, okay? We're all human, and we also have the same underlying drivers behind our behavior. And that may manifest in different ways in different generations. We still take a much more general, like, human behavior standpoint at it. And then throughout our training sessions, we have those discussions. We talk about giving feedback, setting boundaries, accountability. We get into that, so that way they can be the ones, like, it's empowering them to have those conversations with other people in their workplace or in their own relationship. So, okay, now on to the name question. So this is one of my favorite stories. So the name came about with, if you saw in the photo, Brianna, she has that beautiful red hair. So she was once getting a pedicure, talking with the technician about her job promotion, about coming to Chicago. She was all nervous about it. And the technician, after talking with her for a little bit, just goes, don't worry about it. Hair like fire, soul like fire. Yeah. She told me that story, I'm like, that sounds amazing. That's incredible. That is you. That is you, Brianna. So when she got the job, I had a little sign created for her office. So it has that hair like fire, soul like fire. So she put that on her desk, and then like as she was starting, people started to come around and noticing and started talking with her about it and talking about what soul like fire meant to them. And it was just a way that she really started to talk to them about what they were frustrated with on a personal level. And she kind of became that person in the office that people would go to.
And is that technician employee number one?
Yeah.
Because I want to be that.
Yeah. No, it was great. So we were very thankful. We brought a gift certificate, or it was in certificate, but we brought a gift basket back to them afterwards, like when we actually turned it in.
That's
just to
amazing.
say thank you, because you know, and to us, Soul Like Fire is really referencing that feeling of empowerment you get. You're willing to take on challenges, not with just drive and passion, but with the skills and ability to meet that challenge head on and overcome and feel that sense of accomplishment, fulfillment. And then we also say, isn't that better when it's a shared experience? When you're using the collective strengths of a team to meet that challenge and you all overcome together and succeed, just how much better that can be and what we can really accomplish beyond any individual's efforts or expectations. That's what Soul Like Fire is about to us. Yes.
Just to piggyback on Rose's question or comment about multi-generational personal dynamics, I think that this actually matters a lot in the workplace because this is one of the first times where we have 5 different generations who have grown up with very different dynamics in the workplace. So you have boomers that are on their way to retirement, and pretty soon you'll have Gen A that's coming in. They have very different ideas of what work life looks like. So that's certainly an area that I think that could use a lot of these types of services and just bridging the gaps between those people. And I understand that they're all humans, but they have different sets of values. 2 other things. Do you know Callie Foster? She's a good person for you to talk to, and she really works specifically on being the millennial translator in the workplace. So I'd be happy to connect you with her. And do you know Andy Swindler?
No.
He has an interpersonal relationship app that he's working on with his wife.
Okay.
They just came back from I think a Human Tech conference in San Francisco, so he'd be another good person for you to speak with.
Oh, that sounds great.
I am curious if you found, like, do you have a target person? A couple of different points about generational gaps. You made a point that we're all human. Are you targeting, or have you thought of targeting a specific audience profile?
No, I mean, we're still so new with this, like, we don't even know exactly what we would enjoy working with. So that's why we're open to working with a lot of different areas. We're even intentionally, like, trying to find those spots.
Yeah.
Because every single group we train with, it gives us a new perspective. You know, we work with like HR firms, and those are great to work with because their insights, into the workplace and how to relate to that are great. But we're open to kind of working with different areas right now, but especially places where collaboration is key, especially to innovation and creativity, and working with those generations.
I ask because that one MC tends to draw a sort of graduate school crowd. We have a lot of DePaul students that come, and DePaul, and other great institutions.
Yeah, other great institutions.
You think about some of these, these are life skills, right? These are things that they never expire, and the earlier you learn them, the more you benefit.
Yep.
And so I was just curious, so you should connect with some people here.
Yes, and that's one of the things. So we do keynote speaking opportunities where we're not really talking about the business, just a lot of the ideas, and that's one of the things I make a very good point to when I'm talking with high school and college students, especially now, because I ask them, how is AI going to impact your career? You're not really sure, but it's probably going to impact the technical aspects of your job and career. So what skills are now going to become even more valuable and make you a commodity in a growing AI environment? So that's what I talk to and ask them about. And it's really great working with those younger students because they, in this generation, they've heard more about all these interpersonal problems. It wasn't just listening to your parents, talk about it at home at night. I grew up with, but now they're hearing it on social media. They know what's coming. So when I come in and talk with them, work with them, they're open, they're all for it. So, yes.
Great presentation, Ben. It was awesome, and I think a lot of the points you hit on are things organizations are struggling with. Like Tech Week is around, and I think a lot of people are looking to how do you get people interested. So even with Top Shelf Freeze Pops, we're getting approached to ask, can you do freeze pop workshop, right? Like have this incorporated. With what you're doing, I think it's super valuable. From my perspective with Top Shelf, we try to come prepared with options for a venue or for an organizer. For example, if yesterday maybe a good fit, there's someone that wants to connect founders to funders, right? And get them together, diversity and stuff. However, like they want to host 3 events, and to your point, it takes 3 events to get them ready for that 3rd event, right? So if you kind of bake that into your portfolio or your offering, understanding that there's people right here, and we're basically prepping them to be in front of other people they're willing to get in front of. Those baked in services are kind of examples of what an organization can do. I think a lot of people will kind of reach for that, especially if they've already tried everything in the past and they're looking for really something valuable moving forward. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Ben. I stay up here. This is one of the great benefits. It's not just audience feedback or community or learning. It's the tumbler.
It's all tangible.
That's
right. That's right.
One of my favorite things about the distribution is that they get all this great feedback, but we give them the notepad afterwards. So thank you. I know.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah.
So usually, you bring home flowers here as well, so I think Brianna's gonna appreciate this.
Yeah. Coffee like fire.
Yeah.
So thank you for presenting. I know a few of you came in a little later. Thank you for coming. We ask that you register. It's really important, not for us, we're just volunteers, but this is a nonprofit organization and they use the registration numbers to, as part of their grant funding applications. So please, you take a picture of us. Hold on a little bit. Take a picture. Register. Thank you for coming. This is an amazing space. We're so happy to be here. It's a privilege. They also use this for recording. We are a noisy bunch, so we're going to stick around for a little bit, talk to each other, get to know each other, but let's try to clear out in about 15-20 minutes so we can free up the space for other people. But thank you so much for coming. We do this every week. Next week we're at Workbox in the Fulton Market location near the Hoxton Hotel. So Workbox Fulton Market, we will post on Instagram, we will post on LinkedIn, so please follow us there. Follow us on the 1 Million Cup Chicago site, but that page, we can't edit the address. So LinkedIn, Instagram, please follow us, and thank you for coming. Yeah, we get the organizers up, we can for a picture. We love taking pictures.
Also, apologies about the elevator. Murphy's Law is happening this morning. So, this stairwell is right through this black curtain right here if you just want to find your way down the stairs. We've got someone commenting about the elevator, but for now, that's the best way to get outside.
Shall we take selfie style or what?
Yeah, somebody will take a picture for us.
One, two, three.
Thank you.